Hey everybody, Nate here from WASD20. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make quick and easy tokens for your tabletop role-playing game using Google Drawings. This is a technique that I've done before in Photoshop, but I decided, you know what, Google Drawings is super easy. There's such a low barrier of entry because you don't even have to download anything. It's all in your web browser, and this can be easily done here too. So we're going to go ahead and get down to it. Today I'm going to be making some kobold, some little circular kobold tokens, and possibly some giant rat tokens as well. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to Google Drawings, or Google Drive rather, and it's just drive.google.com. You have to have a Google account, of course, which most people do. If you have a YouTube account, of course you do. And you just go to Drive, and you can go New, and then go down to More, and Google Drawings. Or, alternatively, you could go to drawings.google.com. If you've never used Google Drawings before, it's really good for some things. It's pretty limited in a lot of ways. I'm going to call this token circle, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a circle by going File, Page Setup, and we want to make this custom, and we're going to make it square. So I'm going to make it, we'll say, 3 inches by 3 inches, and that's good. Now we're going to go to Shape Tool. We're going to insert a shape, and we want a circle. This actually says oval, but I think it makes a circle. Now, in order to make it a circle, what you have to do is you have to hold down Shift. So, you know, we can make it an oval like this, but as soon as I hold that Shift button, now it becomes a circle. So very similar to Photoshop in that way. And I want to make a circle that pretty well fills this space. And we'll have to adjust this in a minute here. Now you notice it's blue. I don't want that, so I'm going to go here, change the fill color to transparent in this case. And then we're going to change the line color. Yes, we want to keep it black. And the line weight, we're going to make 24x. Whoa, no, that's too big. Let's try 16. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to do 16 for the line weight. And we want to try to get this to fill the circle or our square pretty well, which unfortunately it's hard to see exactly what it's doing, but because it keeps it our square here in the middle of the circle, so it's a little tough, but we're going to try our best here to get it to fill the space pretty well. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can make it a tiny bit bigger. Okay, that's pretty darn good. All right, so now I've got a nice thick black circle that's going to be the outer rim. Now, if you want to, and I will, I'm going to copy this and make an inner ring as well. And I'm going to make this a little bit smaller now. And I'm going to try my best to center it. It might not be exactly, well, we want it to be pretty close to look good. And there we go. Now I am going to change the color of this one to red. I'm making a red kobold, and so this is just kind of a nice accent, a nice way to do it. You know, to have a little inner red ring to kind of coordinate with the color of your miniature as well, or your token. And now I am going to go to right-click on it and then Order, Send to Back. And then we have a nice little inner red ring there. You can make it a little thicker. You can mess with it, mess with the line weight, do whatever you want to. But this is going to be good enough for our purposes here. All right, so now we've got the outer ring of our token. I will now file, make a copy of this, and we're going to call this one now kobold token. Okay. And there we go. And we'll make another one here. File, make a copy, and we'll call it giant rat token. Because I'm going to be making some kobolds and giant rats. I'm running the Sunless Citadel, and those are two monsters that I know are encountered that I don't have miniatures for. All right. For the giant rat, I'm going to change that inner ring color if I can. I think I can't figure out how to select it. I think there is a way. If anyone knows the way, I can only select this black circle. It's kind of a pain. So I'm going to send the black circle to back for a minute. Send backward. And now I can select the red one. And I'm going to change this one now for the giant rat. We'll change it to kind of this, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with a brownish, kind of a light brown. All right, and then we can send that to back because I like to have the, there we go. All right, so you can customize that color, but if you want this circle, just check in the description below. I will put a link to the token circle, and you can fill it with whatever images you want. Now, I'm going to go back to my kobold token, and I'm going to insert an image, and I think I'm only capturing right now the browser, so you're not going to be able to see my dialog window, but you're going to want to now navigate to your image, which is what I'm doing that you can't see, and opens. So I've got my kobold here. Now this is going outside the circle, and that's the way I want it. I could resize it and make it, try to fit within the circle, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it pretty big because I'm going to be printing these really small. Now I could, if I wanted like a portrait, I could get it really big and then just have like basically the kobold's upper half. But I do want some of the rest of his body. So I'm going to keep it about like that. And I'm just hitting Control-C, by the way, to undo what I did. So now I'm going to send this backward order and actually send 2 back. And that's pretty good. I might make it even a little bit bigger. All right, that's going to be good enough. Now, this is where Google Drawings is fairly limited. If I were in Photoshop or GIMP, it would be pretty easy just to erase that right there. I don't know of a good way to do that in Google Drawings. So unfortunately, there's no eraser tool, which is kind of odd. But if I grab the polyline tool, so I went up to here to line select, and then I hit polyline. Now I can, oops, click on it once more. There we go. If I just click one place, I'm not holding anything else here. Just click, click, click. I'm going to go all the way along the bottom of this circle here and out there. And I'll just go all the way down here for kicks, even though it's off the canvas. And we'll just go up to there. All right, now I've gotten rid of his legs, but what the problem is I have this big old ugly box here. So I'm going to make the color, fill color white, line color white, and then I'm going to send it to back. I have to go back to the select tool, right click, and I think I can actually just hit Control down. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Control down, and I just had to go down once. All right, so that is my kobold token. All right, so that's pretty good. That one is done. And now if I want to, I can download this thing. File, download as, a PNG we'll say, and download that. And then I can go back to Google Drive and I can actually make a new document. And this is for printing. So I'll just call this tokens to print. And I can insert that image and navigate over to where I saved it. Okay, so I navigated over to where I saved it, and now I've got it in my drawing here. And I'm just going to drag this. I'm going to make it pretty small. All right, so you can resize this thing, and my goal is to get it about an inch is what I'm going for here, because I'm going to be using it on a traditional battle grid that has 1-inch squares. If I right click on it, I can get wrap text here, and I can drag it to my ruler here to see, just to kind of make it about an inch again. So if I got it here, okay, so I can see that that's about an inch. I don't know of a way to like get it exact here. You know, if I could right click on it and go to dimensions, that would be nice, but I don't see that option here. As a side note, you can recolor these things. This is kind of cool. So if you really wanted to make just a quick like, hey, I want a green kobold, there you go. You know, it's not perfect obviously, but that is kind of a cool option that you have. All right, but I'm going to keep mine red. I've got it about an inch in diameter, and now I'm going to Command C, copy, and Command V, Command V, Command V. I'm going to print a bunch of these things. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my giant rat rather. So I've got my giant rat token here, and I'm going to insert image. All right, so I've got my image uploading here, and there it is. Now this is actually a dire rat, so it's not perfect, but I thought it looked cool, so we're just going with it. I don't think my player is going to be like, wait, that's a dire rat. That looks far too fierce. yeah, it looks cool. All right, we're going to go to order, send to back. And this one does not really require any trimming here. I'm not going outside of the edge too much with it. I'll keep it a little bit smaller. And there, I'm all set with that one. So now I will do the same thing. File, download. All right, I've got my PNG there. Navigate to where I have it saved and insert that image as well. And I'm going to have to resize this. And I don't think I need quite as many of these. So there we go. Now I've got my copies. Now I can print these on cardstock ideally. What I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to just glue them to the top of some black washers that I use for miniature bases. I've just spray painted a bunch of black washers for miniature bases, 1 inch. And I'm just going to glue them to the top of those with some Elmer's glue, and I should be good to go. Nothing super fancy. You could also use some like some foam board and cut it with an X-Acto knife in a nice perfect circle. That would also be pretty nice. Then you can maybe even just glue a penny to the bottom to give it a little bit of weight. So it's not just flying everywhere around the board. But yeah, you could just use the cardstock itself. No big deal. Or you could just use regular paper if that's all you got. You know, this is just, again, because I don't have any miniatures, just a quick, easy way to make some game tokens in Google Drawings. Again, the same thing can be done in GIMP, which is a free application. I highly recommend you check it out. And of course, Photoshop as well. And there are many, many ways to do this. So yeah, if you have any questions about this one, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, you can check out the free to download token circle if you want to in Google Drawings format. Go check that out down in the description below as well. And yeah, if you have any comments or suggestions on how, if there's something that I did that can be done much faster here, it's very possible. All right, anyway, if you enjoyed this one, everybody give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in helping to support WASD 20, you can check out the Patreon link right up there. And yeah, everybody take care. You'll see me again very soon.